Time to roll, baby, time to roll. All that matters is you go out and play every game like it's your last.
I think it's the greatest story in sports.
Let's go, baby, knock out Mike Tyson style.
This guy is just a true, amazing athlete.
He is a tough son of a gun, a very tough son of a gun.
What a play by Allen Iverson as he wrapped it around the rim and twirled it home.
You just saw it in his eyes that, you know, he had a never say die attitude.
Iverson to the floor, to the hoop. Yes! Oh, yes! He is the man!
Allen had to grow up in a hurry. He was the man of the house at age 12.
You don't know this man. When he speaks of his heart and his soul. You may not like what you hear, but he's telling you the truth.
Pulls up in the paint. Too strong. No! Allen Iverson.
You can see the growth, you can see the development, you can see not a different person, but a guy who has moved from one level of his life to another.
A lot of people felt like I couldn't reach this point. People talked about my size, my game, that I was selfish and I couldn't make it here with the guys that I'm playing with. So, you know, it makes the story that much better at the end.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. This one could be for the ages. The Los Angeles Lakers could become the first team in history to run the table in the playoffs. They have already dismantled Portland, Sacramento, and San Antonio, and now they come in a prohibitive favorite against Philadelphia.
It's all over tonight.
Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak, baby. Iverson, he might get a couple points, but that's it.
It's Allen Iverson and Shaq. Truly a David and Goliath story.
Let's get dirty. Let's get dirty.
As the 2001 NBA Finals opened, the idea that the Philadelphia 76ers, led by 6-foot, 160-pound Allen Iverson, could defeat the defending champion LA Lakers and their 7'1", 330-pound superstar Shaquille O'Neal seemed absurd.
Who can stop the Giants?
The Lakers had gone undefeated during the playoffs, and in Game 1, they took an early 13-point lead on Philly and looked ready to knock them out.
Just calm down, guys. All the shit's in them. All it's on them. They're supposed to win. We ain't even supposed to be here.
Iverson and his Sixers may have been down, but they weren't out. In fact, they had the Lakers right where they wanted them.
What an incredible shot by Iverson.
The Philly comeback, like Iverson, would be relentless.
We got to pressure their ass up the floor. Allen, on missed shots, get your hands on the ball. These two guys will run their ass off, right?
Throughout the playoffs, Iverson had willed his team to victory, and he wasn't ready to stop now.
Cross-court skip is picked off by Iverson. Down the floor he goes against O'Neal. Allen by the big man. Scoop layup is good. A foot race. The tortoise and the hare. Steal by Iverson. Back on Bryant. Easy layup. He is fearless. This young guy is amazing.
But casting a shadow over the hopes of the Sixers was O'Neal.
Slam over the top of Mutombo.
And Shaq powered the game into overtime.
Take a deep breath and understand we got 5 minutes to get one up on these. All right? 5 minutes.
But once overtime started, the Lakers seemed to have order restored. They had the momentum, the crowd, O'Neal, and the lead. But Philly had the answer.
One thing about Iverson, there is no quit in him. You just know he's got a couple of bullets left in his holster. You just know he's coming at him.
Here's Allen Iverson outside the arc. He tees up a three. It's good. He drilled it. A three by Allen Iverson. 1 minute to go in overtime. What a comeback here. The Lakers had the Sixers on the ropes. They come fighting out of the corner.
Here's Iverson. Lou, the defender, stays right with him. Allen wants to go, wants the baseline.
He fires 2 ball, got it again. He's way too good. He steps around Lou and drilled it.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
Sixers shock the world with a Game 1 victory here over the world champion Los Angeles Lakers.
The irrepressible Allen Iverson. You cannot kill that guy.
They can put the brooms away. That's one way. That's right. We ain't do nothing yet. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. They can put the brooms up, though. Ain't gonna do none of that.
As long as you leave everything out on the basketball court, I mean, you can go in the locker room and look at the mirror and feel good about yourself, and that's important. But when you don't leave it all out there, then, you know, kind of feel like, you know, you as a person is kind of suspect.
Allen Iverson was raised in Hampton, Virginia. In 1975, the newborn Allen and his 15-year-old mother, Ann, moved into his grandmother's house, located ironically on Jordan Drive. And from the moment she saw him, Ann knew her son's destiny.
In the hospital room, they bring this long, 22-inch long child whose arms passed his kneecaps. And so I said, oh my goodness, I got me a ball player.
But it would be football that captivated Allen at first.
It appeared to me he had this insatiable desire to just win at all costs. You know, he wanted to win every game. He wanted to catch every pass. You know, he wanted to make sure that his team won.
I came home one day, and my mom said, you know, today you're going to basketball practice. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to basketball practice. I don't play basketball. I play football and baseball. And you know, I told her I thought basketball was soft. And she said, well, your coach is on his way. He's coming to pick you up, and you're going. I cried all the way out the door.
You can see early on that he had a lot of heart, a big bundle of heart. It's always been like that. This guy's 10 years old, but his skill level was so high that he was probably playing on the level of a 16, 17-year-old kid at 10. He was doing things that 10-year-old kids don't do.
I'll never forget this. He said, I can take MJ. I said, well, we thought he meant one of the players that we get me to play. He said, I could take MJ, and you know, the coaches and everybody else just didn't take. He said, I could take Michael Jordan. I mean, he said it in a believable way that made you believe he could take Michael Jordan.
Sports would become Allen's refuge from the hardships he faced at home.
Allen had to grow up in a hurry, from growing up on the streets, from moving from apartment to housing project to watching his mom struggle to make ends meet, to having to take care of his younger sisters when his mom wasn't around. He was the man of the house at age 12.
But the one constant Allen could always rely on was his mother.
You know, I remember one time we went on an AAU tournament when I was 13, and we didn't have no lights on in the house because she spent the money for the light bill on my sneakers. I always looked up to my mom, like she was the one that told me I could be anything that I wanted to be. You know, I believed it.
At Bethel High School, Allen blossomed into a two-sport star, a sensation from the hardwood to the gridiron.
Trailing 7-0 at the 15-yard line. Iverson moves to the inside. He's got the kind of quickness. He may go all the way. This is what happens. Allen Iverson has just returned the kickoff.
The man can beat you so many different ways.
Somebody ought to map out his DNA. There's a gene in there that says, don't lose.
Feet on the right side for Pringle. Pringle with good hustle by Iverson. Boy, he's fast. Iverson will take it in and lay it in.
He always kept you on the edge of your seat because you're just waiting for something new to happen.
And the alley-oop, there's the play you were looking for. Oh, Allen Iverson.
Allen's junior year would prove to be a revelation.
Iverson wants to pass, has some time, steps up and then throws, and Terrell has got it.
When it got to crunch time, Allen was the guy that said, all right, guys, I know you're looking at me to do it, and I'm going to do it. And he rose to that occasion.
High snap.
Allen led Bethel to the Virginia State Championship.
Drives Iverson back. Iverson will take it on the one hop, trying to get a block on the sideline. He does. He's down the sideline looking for one block. He may go. He will.
What do you got to say as a junior to come and win a state championship? It's got to feel pretty good.
He's going to go get one in basketball now, that's all.
Okay.
Look out,
A few months later, Allen did just that.
It's over. It's over.
We got time, man. Well, we played hard. We wanted this, man. First one. Feel good. 2 states in a row. Allen Iverson. What can you say? Just watch the film.
Allen was named Virginia's football and basketball player of the year, but his life was about to change forever. A fight in a local bowling alley landed Allen in a far different court.
I think that night I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I want people to know that that was the case. Not that I'm no type of bad guy.
Shockingly, Allen was convicted and sent to prison.
He wasn't even allowed to play basketball. He never played his senior year in high school. He never played football. They took something away from him that he enjoyed, that he liked.
Instead of being down on myself, I had to somehow get out of there and try to start all over. All I wanted and asked for from God was a second chance.
Allen, his family, and his friends had maintained that he was innocent, and Virginia's governor agreed and overturned his conviction. After 4 months, Iverson returned home. But because of the negative publicity, colleges were reluctant to recruit him. Ultimately, a desperate Ann Iverson sought out the legendary tough love coach of Georgetown University.
Ann Iverson was the reason. She's the one who pricked my curiosity. It's no way if Ann Iverson hadn't, she cried, she did indicate the fact that, she was pleading for her son's life. When I sit down and talk with him, the very first thing that I realize is that he was smart. He seems to have dealt with what has happened behind him, and that was important for me. I was impressed, and when I got finished, I said, hey, let's go for this.
Iverson would reward Thompson's faith by playing his heart out for him. But it seemed that while Allen could avoid defenders, he couldn't escape his reputation.
I heard some maliciously mean things said about him. I've never heard him complain about it. He's got too much pride and intelligence for that, and I respect that in him.
But people always still stereotype me, always felt like I was some type of bad guy because of, what happened to me. But I think Coach Thompson did a great job of keeping those people away from me.
After a sophomore season, in which he was named first-team All-American, Iverson tried to break from his past and take a giant leap into his future.
After carefully weighing my options with Coach Thompson and my family, I decided to enter the NBA draft. I definitely plan to further my education, but my family needs to be addressed right now. Most of all, I'd like to thank my mom for sticking with me through thick and thin. She's always did that for me, no matter what. And my immediate family requires me to leave Georgetown, but I will always be a part of the Georgetown family. Thank you.
The second pick goes to the Toronto Raptors. And that means that the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
When I won that lottery, I think I went ballistic because I knew Allen Iverson was our pick.
Yeah, Philly, yeah. This is it. It starts it off.
This was not just a lottery. This was the Allen Iverson lottery. Because in my eyes, in my estimation, Iverson was the man.
After having suffered his share of nightmares, Allen Iverson was about to live out the fantasy of every kid who ever picked up a basketball.
I had butterflies so bad. I remember just sitting there. I knew they were gonna call my name, but I didn't know. And once they did, I just felt good.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
And there you see backstage Allen Iverson, the Georgetown sophomore. Ann and Steve, mom and dad. Family and friends back there. And what a tremendous moment that is for a kid, dreaming of this night, of being the first pick in the NBA draft, and it has happened for Allen Iverson.
After everything that I've been through, I finally made it to the point that I really wanted to get to. It was like a tribute to all the people that helped me get there. It was just a great feeling. I felt like my life was starting to amount to something.
It was just a huge climax for all of the life struggles that he had been through.
I've been through a lot of obstacles in my life, and I'm just happy I overcame them. Now it's just time to get in the NBA, walk that straight path.
He was the #1 pick in the 1996 NBA draft. A 6-foot guard out of Georgetown. Number 3, put it together for Allen Iverson.
Yeah, scratch.
Iverson would hit the court running.
Iverson all the way, yes! Raw lightning. Iverson, this is going to be something with Stackham. He slammed for 2. You are helpless when AI has it going on. Iverson, yes!
The kid has come up big. Brings his crowd into a frenzy. What a shot.
I knew that once I got an opportunity that I was going to showcase my God-given ability. I just felt like the sky was the limit.
With the odds that he had already overcome, he wasn't going to let the game stop him.
Iverson picked his pocket. At least once a game, this guy will do something that makes you just fall out of your seat.
Starting to heat up here. What a shot by Allen Iverson.
Iverson determined to make it happen.
Oh my goodness! I don't believe what I just saw.
Imagine some of Michael Jordan's best moves. Now, speed it up a little. Put that 45 on a 33 RPM. Boom. I mean, that's Allen Iverson.
Iverson accelerates, putting the speed on.
He doesn't move like anything we know. It's quicker.
Allen's quickness would be best showcased by his most lethal move, the crossover.
Trying to guard this guy is like trying to hold water in the palm of your hand. Let's see what Anthony does. Forget about it. Iverson for 2. Iverson crosses over against Brown, gets 2, and they ooh and ah here.
Iverson didn't play like a rookie and didn't act like one either.
It's time to get down.
There was a fearlessness in his approach to the game.
A lot of guys, when you see guys that you kind of looked up to, they kind of shy away from the challenge, and I just took it on.
As a kid, Allen had bragged to his coach about taking MJ, and now he'd finally get his chance.
When I grabbed the ball, I heard Phil Jackson yell, "Michael."
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it.
I gave him a little cross to see would he bite on it. I let him set his feet, and then I stepped it back again.
Allen shakes free, gets 2! Mike said no. Allen said yes. The bucket, the crowd loves it.
I wanted the opportunity to play against the top guys and to go after them.
Allen would finish 6th in the league in scoring. All year long, he'd make people take notice of him. And then, as the season drew to a close, he'd make history.
Yes, and there it is! Allen Iverson, 4 straight with 40 or more, breaking the Wilt Chamberlain standard that had stood for 37 years. Simply amazing.
What a week. What a week.
Iverson had taken his rookie season and made it into one big scrapbook.
It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Philadelphia 76ers to present our rookie, Allen Iverson, with the Schick NBA Rookie of the Year Award. Yeah! Now the world knows what we in Philadelphia have known, that Allen Iverson is one of the most exciting, most dynamic, most fearless players in the NBA.
Despite